Oh my gosh, that's how I start every single time I start recording. I start with, it's so freezing cold. At one point I felt my leg cold in the middle of the shin. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's that spider. So pretty. So complicated. Me. Almost over time. Random excavator. It's 36 degrees inside my garage, so let's see how cold it really is outside. It's very random. I map stuff, not that easy. I find it very boring. It looks really cool, but really boring. I'm so cold. I'm still so cold. Coziest dream. Best dream. I did not want to wake up from it at the end, but at the beginning it was really crazy. I needed to be somewhere. I was in San Francisco for some reason. Oh my gosh, I have issues. It is 22 degrees right now. I needed to be somewhere, but I don't know where I needed to be. I ended up in this construction type site, a school, whatever. I don't know, is it a religion or I don't know what it is. It was like a school in progress being created. Thanks for wiping your windshield, and now I have to wipe my windshield. Happy thoughts, dream. I'm back to my dream. I was in that newly being built school of this church thing. I was kind of getting lost, but I really want to take pictures of the rooms. I totally dream in color. All the drivers, it's crazy. Okay, back to this dream. I haven't gotten to the good part. I asked if I could take a picture, or I said I would like to take a picture. Somehow I find myself at dinner with my mom and them and this guy, this friend. The reason that I didn't want to go back to sleep, the reason I didn't want to wake up. I think I saw him before in some circumstance. These girls were kind of like all over him. Really hot in my car now. Can't really move, and the sun is in my way, hanging all over him. They weren't, but they clearly interested in him. Anyways, we were at this dinner lunch thing. I don't even know how, because that wasn't even the place I needed to be. And all of a sudden, he put his hand around me, around my waist, and sort of kissed me on my like cheek or something, neck area around here, because he was right next to me. He said something nice, like coupley kind of something. I wouldn't really know because I never really went through that experience, but my brain apparently knows. I mean, I've watched enough movies. I told him in that situation, like in that moment, yes, I did, yes. How like, oh, okay, I get it. You're trying to kind of like make sure like, hey, don't bother me to those girls, so I'll play along. So we finished the dinner. I got up to leave. We were like parting ways. We were saying goodbye. And all of a sudden my whole family was there upon leaving. He was kind of upset, and so I tugged on him and said, hold on, why are you upset? What's wrong? And he said, oh, I forgot to turn it back to me, the heat. He started kind of like crying, told me that I assumed that that was all kind of fake, or for like the wrong reasons. I'm sorry, that's kind of blinding. He went to his car, he sat down, and he kept talking about, I started explaining, like, I didn't mean that, I just assumed. And plus, this is like a true story about me. Like a lot of people, I protect myself, and I have a lot of fear of rejection or being lied to. Anyways, I kind of was like saying this to him, and then I woke up by my first alarm, and then I went back to sleep, and I continued the conversation, but I forgot what I was saying, and then my second alarm went off, and yeah, that was that. So I totally parked. I pulled my window down, and I slammed my mirror so I don't hit it on this car next to me. I left plenty of room on this side. So I have like the best parking spot now, because no one wanted to park in here. Oh my gosh, I love snow because of that. Get like better parking spots because people don't dare park in like small spaces. Yes. So I don't know where I left off, but good dream. I don't know, I have these dreams, and partially like 5% that person, but most of it is just me wishing whatever I dream to happen, and that person is just kind of like a symbolic. But I really want to share that dream because it's a nice dream, and nice dreams are good to share. Have a wonderful day. Peace, love, and compassion, y'all. expert. I just came to get some spoons and stuff. Bunch of stuff to talk about. PTO and all this stuff. Oh gosh, don't even get me started. Have to do that again because I had some stuff in the background. Taking this to my car. Removing staples with this amazing, perfect staple remover. $2.49 on staples.com. I'm hurrying to get to the lab at the hospital before they close today. Going, go, 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 go. Sorry. So I don't know how we got into this conversation. We got into the conversation of PTO. So at this job, we have PTO. We don't have vacation and sick and whatever. I think they had 3 categories instead of, well, 1. You have a job, when you have a workplace that has this kind of rule, run. You know what that means? It means that it's very windy. It means that they don't treat their employees well. They don't value their employees. So they have to use scare tactics and all this other leverage in order to keep their employees, in order to make their employees work, instead of, promoting well-being and them wanting to work. Whatever. That's my theory. That's not only my theory. So that's where I feel like people who have this culture are missing the point of what makes an employee come into work and work as hard as they can for you. And I will be very honest. If you are blind, you can't even understand what darkness is, much less want to see the light. That's not the quote, but we'll pretend. By the way, it's kind of warmer outside. It's 35 degrees. What? How sad I am for humanity. The person who shot him had valid reasons. That didn't make his gesture correct or moral or right, but I understand the pain because of all the things, the terrible things that are going on. It's sad all around because there's a lose-lose situation, and the response of the leader of that country. I don't want to get too political, regardless of what you believe, what religion you are, what politics you believe in or root for. I think we're all screwed. Humanity is so screwed because we leave fear and ignorance. I feel so sad. In that instance, there was no one who was in the right. Well, a few weeks ago, I had this idea of want to speak languages in these videos so I can see progress, bridge cultures, bridge people, not cultures, bridge people by exploring different cultures. Darn it, I feel so crappy now. I'm sorry, I shouldn't let it get to me, but I feel crappy. I left 5 minutes earlier for no reason, whatever, letting it go. Just sometimes it kind of creeps back in and then you have to let it go again. Another thing that I wanted for my birthday or any day, always, was a huge, big teddy bear. My family could have gotten that, but they didn't. I'm craving potato chips. But not that much. I'm actually craving those tamales. So I also got Swiss cheese because I also feel like pizza. If I could, I would make some tamales, potato chips, Ruffles potato chips, and a pizza. I keep wanting to say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that because that's what vlogs are about, right? List of things that I'm going to do, and then real life is about all the things that you listed that you don't do. Instead, you're sitting around watching what's his name? Lee Min Ho? Oh my gosh, so hot. This guy. Oh, he's like got that mature look to him as well. My grandfather is taking out the trash. I'm getting too attached to this guy. Here's something about him because that's why he's a star. That's why he's in movies and shows, because there's something about him. Darn it. I need to watch some Taiwanese. I miss Japanese. No, Japanese. That's what I am going to do tonight. Find a Japanese show to start watching because I miss it. I saw this awesome video on culture appropriation by this guy who was speaking to Japanese people in Japan regarding Katy Perry performance in kimonos. Everyone chimed in the US, like, oh, that cultural appropriation, which is a bad thing for foreigners who don't understand this term. You know, obviously it's something where Americans take offense to something or think other people take offense to something. In their defense, they're trying really hard. This is such a unique situation that you have in the US where you have multiple cultures in one. And so I think there's reason behind how they get offended on so much stuff. It's exhausting. Albeit it wasn't every Japanese person in Japan or on earth. The thing is though, what I've observed as an outsider, as a foreign person, there's too much people getting too much offended by things. Like that doesn't solve things, okay? So there's a point that was made in this video by this Japanese person saying how by her dressing up in kimonos is sort of making people interested in Japanese culture. 100% truth. If you give me, when I was watching Japanese shows, I wanted to eat ramen so much. It's not a stereotype. They have it in so many scenes. But I'm sure I would get attacked if I would say stuff like that here in the US. I was craving ramen because every show had ramen scenes in it. I really was craving it because I was seeing it over and over again. There's uselessness in being offended. Instead of being offended, try to use the cultural references that you see, that you feel, or they feel, the people who you think are offended or are being offended. Whoever feels are inappropriate, take them and make them appropriate and learn about them. Use it as a cultural learning experience instead of putting everything down. There's just so much negativity. I'm just so tired of hearing people getting so negative about everything. We have so much crap, and I almost swore because it's that bad in the world right now that we should give any attention to stuff like that. We need to focus on things so much more positive. We need to put so much more positive. You don't like how that person treats part of someone's culture? Do your best to educate that culture to them or to other people or yourself. That's how you should use it instead of being offended. What does being offended or criticizing someone, how is that helping that culture? It's not helping that culture. So that's my 2 cents on that. A good sentiment to have in the world. Let's spread more connectivity, more positiveness, and less negativity. Being offended doesn't help. Bring more positivity. Continue to further evolve things instead of keeping them in place. I would prefer you make your own videos. I say that, but I don't mean that, because how would I know that I inspired you? And that would make me feel better. It truly would make me feel better, because the point of all of this is for us to all connect. And so, connect with me. But I also wish that more people would make their own videos, because I think it's amazing to have this network out there spreading and growing and growing and growing. And also, especially if you're not in the US, make your own videos. I will tell you, I really am looking more and more to see people in other countries, vloggers from their country, not in the US style, in their style, and see how they interpret vlogging. Have a wonderful whatever time of day, and peace, love, and compassion, y'all. Ja, så famoso. Så famoso chipas. Vai em tunei, kai. Tu já vai já pelo por do gelo, formos gelo, eu já digo mete, oh, coisa como.
Ai, mai că la fel sau parcă la fel.
Nu.
Ăsta alb are, nu?
Îți mai filmez aici cornulețe cu muștar și cu varză roșie. Arunde dragoste ni soare nu-i nici viața mea, acolo unde nu vezi tu. I don't know what I'm looking for.
Tu iei vasele alea mâine la tine, dacă le iei, le spălă cu detergent, bine?
Da,
Da. Bine.
le iau, da. Use at full strength, add directly to washer for the reservoir, wash exposed skin through soap and water. I didn't even have to do that much. How in the world? There's some in there. Alright. I've always wanted to do this. I think that was a little too loud. It's like me.